You have many gods, and they are all foreign. They will not be able to save you. You have been caught. You will call everything a father, but who you're supposed to, God. The only time you call on God is when you're in trouble. Well, the only way He can save you now is if you do as I say. Your trouble is because you don't want to be saved His way. You are going after other gods if you try to do things your way. You are in rebellion against God. God has tried to correct you many times, but you wouldn't listen to anyone who brings His message and word. Now He won't listen to you. Things you trusted in before are not going to help you. When you say you haven't sinned, then you have sinned because you're saying you don't need God's salvation. The rich treat the poor badly and oppress them when they haven't taken anything from them. But now it's the other way around. You are going to surrender. If I was darkness, you would want the light. But I'm light, so you want the darkness. The Spirit flows from me, but you want me to be a desert. Instead of pursuing evil, pursue love. Some of you think you're already at the marriage supper of the Lamb, but you forgot to invite God. It is God that does the inviting. You want people to follow your ways, but you keep changing them. You're going from here to there, expecting people to run after you, but they don't have to. They'll find you and all your false gods you're chasing. Why do you chase after false gods, but you run away from the real one? God wouldn't be angry with you if you weren't defiled. All are disgraced in the eyes of the Lord, since none have done everything He commands. Do you see how you are behaving? That is why God has brought these charges against you. You face your idols, but you won't face your God. You like a spiritless world, a world without form. You want to search out every pleasure, but you won't search out the truth. If you must go after other things, then don't be upset if God won't go after you. God has put disgrace all kings, officials, priests, and prophets who have taken God's house and made it their own without giving credit to God. You love your foreign gods, of which there are many, more than the one God from where you're really from. Bringing charges against me isn't going to work. You can't devour this prophet. I'm the lion this time. God is so angry that even the blessings of the priests are cursed because they listen to and honor man more than him. Priests of the world try to appease man. Priests of God try to appease God. God has made a covenant with me, and it is a covenant of life and peace, and he gave them to me. And all I had to do was fear him and stand in awe of his name. By fearing man more than God, you violate God's covenant with priests. As a priest, you need to speak only true instruction and nothing false. You are to preserve knowledge. You should not be causing people to stumble because you won't teach the full truth. You're supposed to show people how to walk in peace with God, how to be upright, and then you'll turn many away from sin. If you had followed God's way, you would not be despised and humiliated before all the people. God wants me to close the door to all unrighteous people, to all that he is not pleased with, to anyone that will not proclaim that his name is the greatest name among all nations. God's name and his Son is the greatest name in every place, and all prayer and offerings must be made to him. Your offerings are worthless, and not only will he not accept your offering, he will not accept you. When you don't offer him everything, it's the same as offering blind, crippled, and diseased animals as a sacrifice. It is wrong. When you don't offer him your all, you are like someone who has offered an injured animal. He won't accept that, and he won't accept you. Not only do you vow to offer Koresh, but you turn around and then say he is blemished. You have defiled your own offering, and by saying the sacrifice is defiled, you are saying the Lord's table is defiled. You are treating God's name with contempt. You are still cursed because you are a deceiver. You have not feared his name, and you have not treated him as a great king. Priests, God is who you're supposed to honor and have respect for, not the government. The way you offered Koresh is evil. You defile God's altar, you profane his table, you show contempt for his name, and you offer him blemished offerings. And then you ask him to accept you. Who is your master, man or God?